Me. Me.
Niggas and bitches. Bitches and niggas. Could have been anywhere in the world. But you're here with me, nigga. Eloquently petty, articulate assholery. My name is Marcus Reyes. This is the Keep It 100 channel, nigga. Okay? Alright? Alright, okay? Okay, alright? Yeah! It was said that I don't smoke. I'm not a smoker. But I smoke the cigar. Motherfucker. Yeah. Alright. What's good? Oh, y'all forgot? Niggas forgot? Y'all forgot? You know what I'm saying? This is me. Y'all don't remember the other shit? Y'all don't remember the other nigga? Anyway, let me shout out my niggas that was up in here, man. Shout out to my man, Saul T. Ball. You know what I'm saying? What's good, bro? He said, I'm sure the new political convo about no-fault divorces is gonna come up. Well, we'll see what dude has to say. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. I appreciate that super chat. My man, J. Jermaine Bishop. J. Jermaine. Shout out to Marcus for holding it down. Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. Uh-oh. My shit is acting up again. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. This shit always doing some dumb shit. Yo, what's good, man? Let me scroll through these super chats. Shout out to my man Rob. I see you. Yes, smash the like button if you feeling the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button, man. I should have a ridiculous amount of likes right now. Shout out to Lucy. I see you. Adric, always the first one. You know what I'm saying? Leon, I see you. What's going on? Salty. Electrician 480, what's good, bro? You know what I'm saying? Brandon is in the building. He said, I didn't know you could rhyme. Then, shit, you missed the other shit. It's still up. The other shit is still up. All right? My man said, run that back. I'll play it again. But real quick before I play that, let me play something else real quick. Here we go. Where is that? Here we go. Let's play
Machismo TV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Subscribe to Machismo TV and Saul T-Balls. We stream daily from 12 midnight to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the best male-centric content. Highlight reels without reviewing or providing any editorial bias to the content. We have done so much with
I don't know if y'all hearing that noise. I'm getting a lot of noise on this side whenever I play. You know what I'm saying? The video. Let me know if y'all can hear this. Let me see.
so little.
Try this up. See, there it is again. I don't know if y'all hearing this noise, man. But shout out to my man Saul T Balls and shout out to my Chismo TV. I'm gonna have to fix this because I gotta play video today, and this is gonna be a problem. Nah, it's not frozen. It's not frozen at all. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm not frozen. I had to pause the video. I don't know. Are you guys hearing any static on that end? Because I'm hearing static over here. If I play this video, I just want to know if y'all hearing any static at all. Because it's coming through crazy on my end. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if y'all hear static. I'm going to play this ad.
For so long, we are now qualified to do anything with nothing.
At any rate, just in case y'all didn't hear that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, check out my Cheesemo TV on, oh, y'all didn't hear the static? Oh, that shit was coming through my headphones like a motherfucker. But anyway, today we going to, this is something that I did on my Patreon. This is something that I did on my Patreon. So I don't know how many of you guys saw this. There was a divorce lawyer. And he was, you know, speaking on like his different cases and stuff like that. It was an interview with a divorce lawyer. But before I get into that, let me share this screen with you. Because, you know, lately I've been getting into it with dudes on YouTube about marriage. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's married, you know, we talking about building, what they call, finding you a family building warrior and all this other wild shit, right? So, you know, since we talk about family building warriors, let me bring this stat up, right? So I'm gonna zoom this in. I just want dudes to be aware of this, okay? Black women have a higher divorce rate than black men and other racial and ethnic groups in the United States. That means no matter who they marry, their divorce rate is higher than everybody's. Okay, 2021, black women had a first divorce rate of 24.5, and black men had 22.6. Probably because we marrying their ass to the tune of 80%. You know what I'm saying? To the tune of 80%. Most black men marry black women. Let's keep it real. So if you married to a black woman and their divorce rate is high, chances are your divorce rate is going to be high. And the difference is going to be 9 times out of 10 when you marry out, motherfuckers. When you marry out, motherfuckers. Because the only way that black women's divorce rate could be higher, right, is if we marrying out or they marrying out and they still getting divorced. If they still initiating divorces. Or motherfuckers is leaving their ass. Okay? Just wanted to throw that up in there, you know what I'm saying, for, you know, for motherfuckers, you know, because there's a lot of defense, you know, motherfuckers are married. It is my belief, that the motherfuckers are doing a lot of capping in here, you know, with all these, you know, divorce rates being crazy, marriage being crazy and everything like that. For some reason, everybody that's married in the black manosphere is doing great. Yeah, motherfuckers got happy marriages. Just like, you know, all these women got these high-value niggas. Right? There's a lot of cap going on here, right? So, this is what we going to do. I'm going to drop this down. I'm going to drop this motherfucker right down. And, you know, people want to hear this record again. I'll play that in a second. But, you know, I want to get started with this shit here. And, you know, I look. Shout out to the Hood Conservative in the building. I don't know if you just walked in here, bro. I don't know if you just walked in here, man, but you know, you probably missed the intro to this motherfucker. Don't worry, I'll play it again, just in case the you know, the trolls show up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to man with Hood Conservative. You started the shit, man. These are yo niggas trying to come at me, man. Shout out to the Conservative. We got to do that politics as usual shit again. Shout out to my man Rob in the building. But, yo, I'm going to need, for politics as usual, when me, Conservative, and Rob do this again, I'm going to need another conservative on the panel. All right, Conservative can't be the only conservative on the panel. We need 2 conservatives on the panel. Need another conservative on the panel. It's not as if me and Rob are liberals, because we're not. But we need somebody to back up conservative. We need two conservatives on the panel. Somebody that knows what the fuck they talking about. Right? Oh, definitely room for independence, but the thing about that is me and Rob are already independents. So if I add another independent, then I'm going to need two conservatives. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to need two conservatives. Yeah. But little Big Nate, I heard he missing in action. But shout out to the anonymous niggas in the building. You know what I'm saying? Hey, why don't you put your face on the cover, bro? Let's see what you look like. Motherfucker. It's Birdman in the building, you know. It's RuPaul, y'all. Shout out to him. He said, thanks for the views. Nobody's coming to your bum ass channel, bro. Anyway, we gonna get into this. Oh, by the way, Adrian, stay on deck. Because if homie gets stupid, he gonna get axed. Oh, yeah. So, behave, nigga. Because tonight ain't about you, nigga. Anyway. So, we gonna go to this video where my man is talking about. Oh, by the way, Divorce in the Black. Has anybody heard about this Tyler Perry film? Divorce in the Black? I'm hearing Tyler Perry done threw another movie out where he got niggas whooping black women ass again. You know what I'm saying? What'd you say? Stay at home what? Oh, I don't know. He said, hood conservative nowadays, you think men should not use women's bathroom. You are right-wing extremists. So, but, yo, we going to get into this video, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, tell us, yo, give your man attention, bro. Give your boyfriend some attention, man. He needs you. At any rate, we gonna go to this video, man. Where this video at? I'm gonna pull this shit up. But in the meantime, like I said, man, you know, it's a lot of cap going around about marriage. It's a lot of cap going around about marriage. These niggas will have you believe that you doing it wrong and that they not doing a whole bunch of shit to keep they wives happy. So let me bring that up. And this is for everybody who didn't already see this.
Excuse me, how much do you pay for renter's insurance in New York City?
You know what I'm saying?
$20.17
So,
a month.
yeah. Go let your man shoot a stream across your face, cornball. I'll be streaming anyway. Show your face, nigga. You know what I'm saying? This is 2024. We show face this year. Don't talk about a nigga appearance you hiding behind shit. You probably a fucking fat bitch. You fucking weirdo face niggas got the most shit to say. You know what I'm saying? Show your face, nigga. Then we can talk. Show your face. Stop hiding behind a cartoon bird. Heckle and Jekyll ass nigga. Fuck out of here, man. Got roasted. Now you're a roasted crow. That's what you are now. You're a roasted crow. Anyway, let's get into this, into the festivities. Let me drop this shit down. So thanks for the views. Fucking clout chasing ass faggot. Anyway. Let me bring this up here. Share screen. Here we go. We're going to talk about divorce today. All right. Thanks for the views. By the way, that joint that I just played is going to have its own link. It's already uploaded. So you can listen to it as many times as you want. Thank you for the views, nigga. So here we go. All right, so I'm a full screen this, right? So this was something that was very interesting. So let me unmute this. Let's go with it.
Time after my divorce where I was
Let me make sure. Let me know if y'all can hear this shit here.
Really ambitious when it came to women, but then it felt like a job. Like it felt like a job after a while, where I was like, God, this is like enough. It's kind of enough, you know. Like it's like when you've eaten so much that you just go like, ugh. I got that way with pussy. Like it really was like I just had enough. Like it was fine. I was like, this is great, but.
So this is a divorce attorney's thoughts on love and marriage. This guy's name is James Sexton, right? So he's gonna say some very crazy things during this video.
Well, when you're in your 20s or 30s, maybe your libido is strong. No, it makes you insane.
Yeah, I was not. I definitely was.
As we age, we mellow.
Yeah, which I think is great. Although I have to tell you, one of the most depressing divorces I ever did was a guy who was, I think, 92.
Oh, geez.
And what made it depressing is that he had left his wife of, I don't know, 50-something, 60-something years for a younger woman, a woman in her 50s. And I just remember what was sad about it to me was this guy is still being led around by his dick. Like I thought, oh my God, like I'm gonna be chained to an idiot forever. Like I'm gonna forever be led around by my dick. And I remember thinking like, no, I really thought that at like 90 something, I would just, like a beautiful woman would walk by and I go, oh, there's a human being. Like there would be no.
You can appreciate it without.
Yeah, there would just be no sense of like, yeah, you know, that would be gone from me. And this guy's proof that 90 something years old and you're still thinking with your dick. Like
we're doomed.
That terrified me. It really did. It actually upset me because I thought at some point I'd get to experience what it's like to just be free.
You live in New York where there's a financial industry. There's all kinds of industries here.
Oh yeah.
But to me, sometimes I wonder if female attractiveness isn't the highest valued commodity in our
100% it is.
So right now he's talking about some old guy who got a divorce or was fucking around on his wife or whatever the case may be. I mean, you know, listen, man, I tell people marriage is like a permanent solution for a temporary problem. And that's how I've always viewed marriage since I'm a teenager. No cap. Like niggas who grew up with me will tell you, like I've been like this. I always looked at marriage as a permanent solution for a temporary problem. And I swear to God, I said before, I say it again, shout out to Bernard Riley, you know, shank, 80%, right? If it was 100%, niggas would still get married. If the divorce rate was 100%, niggas would still get married. They'll still get married. It doesn't fucking matter. Because everybody thinks they're going to be the exception, the outlier, right? Hold on, let me see something. He said there's a new study that shows 70% of married women have a backup, dude. Woo! He said, oh, you want to send it to me? What is it, a file? You got a link? If you got a link, post it. I mean, you wrenched up. You know what I'm saying? You know, post it. If it's a link, do that. If not, then I'll because my email is on the you know, it's on the profile. But you know, let's keep going.
100%.
It is.
Yeah, of course.
Because men are becoming rich and powerful in order to get a woman.
Of course.
The woman they want.
Of course. What an attractive woman. And when I say attractive, I don't just mean attractive. I mean even just sexually confident. I mean, what an unbelievably lucrative career that is. Like I do divorces for people that, you know, a woman walks out with $200-300 million. He was an analyst at Goldman Sachs who built a hedge fund and then sold it and then used his trading algorithm to build it up to $500 million. She was hot and slept with him for a while and then stopped and started sleeping with other people and playing tennis and having Botox, and she's going to get half. Like, that's fucking incredible. Like, do you know what he had to do to get that? And what she had to, I'll fuck that guy for $200 million. Are you kidding me? Like, that's insane. That's incredible. Like, and God bless. I mean, I'm not saying that this is the rules of the game, you know, but you can't argue that that's not easier than going to Harvard.
No, for sure. But then the payoff, the trade-off for that is that when they hit a certain age, the value decreases.
Play it right. Any stock, if you hold it too long, it's going to go down, you know, like, so play the stock the right way. I mean, and that's what I think.
Basically, he's saying, you know, dudes work all their life, get all this money and status and whatever, to marry a woman that ain't have to do shit but show up. The thing about it is, men complain about a lot of the entitlement that women have, but they enable it. They enable it. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point in time, the rules should change. I've said it since the dawn of this channel. The provider male is dead, but dudes are still using provision as a strategy, as a mating strategy. At this point, like I said, and I said this to other content creators. I'm not going to say any names, but I've said this to other content creators, and it's not just, the old man. So don't think I'm talking about BGS, because I'm not. I'm talking about other content creators in this space who are still marriage minded. Oh, you want to have kids, you got to get married. Okay. All right. Motherfuckers still can't get off the same strategy shit. The red pill was supposed to walk away from tradition. That's, we know what real shit is. We understand what the truth is. That ain't the way to go. MGTOW, men going their own way, all this other shit. But niggas are still struggling with tradition. It is to a point, I've been past the point where I no longer have any sympathy for niggas who know all of these things that we've been talking about on these channels and still go down the fucking path. If you're still chasing a white picket fence and you get your head bit off, I will not cry for you. I will not mourn you. Cry me a fucking river. We can sit here and we can talk about women all day. Understand, one of the biggest criticisms about this space is niggas are not about solutions. Anytime we talk about solutions, niggas come at the solutions, nigga. Female nature, female nature, female nature. All these stats and figures and facts that we fucking know, and we go right in anyway. We go right in anyway. Shout out to Doc Thunder. I see you. I see you. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Doc? He said, no default divorce has to go. Okay, I understand that. But until then, what? Are we waiting for society to crumble? Are we waiting for, the environment to change? Are we waiting? What are we doing? Since black men, and I said this in the first SBE stream, since black men have no bargaining chips to get bitches to change, since black men have no power to change the environment or to affect, winter and all this other shit that niggas been talking about here, the only thing you can do is control your own self, which is the whole SYSBM shit, right? And let me tell you where I stand on that, because I think people are confused a little bit. Shout out to Brandon, he's here, and a few other people. Because to them, SYSBM means, get a non-black woman, which I guess if that's what it means for you, do that. Right? Save yourself is a broad term. Now, the people who came up with this term, okay, whatever. Look, it's their term. I can't change the definition of it, or at least what it means to them. When I hear save yourself, I mean do whatever you need to do, to avoid the bullshit. Don't dive right in trying to save shit, save the community, save the black family, save black culture, save this, save that. I've said it before, I'll say it again. A lot of the leaders here are not red pill niggas. They're just not. A lot of content creators are not red pill motherfuckers. They're just not. Right? So I'm gonna have to stand alone on these items that I'm talking about. Let's listen to him say some more things.
If we were a little more honest about the nature of male-female coupling, I mean, right now we can't even establish what is gender. We can't establish any of that anymore. So divorce is becoming incredibly hilarious and fraught.
Well, to me, what is, like, sometimes you have to stand back and look at things to get the real perspective on what it is.
Sure.
And sometimes you look back at marriage. So when was it invented? Like 2000 BC, roughly. And the life expectancy of humans back then was 18 years old.
Yeah.
And marriage was created for
land ownership
and things like that.
Yeah.
And if you're going to die in your early 20s or whatever, then getting married
So just understand, marriage didn't have shit to do with love. A lot of us knew that already, but it has to be said again. Marriage didn't have shit to do with love. Marriage is business. You sign a piece of paper. All the ceremonial bullshit, whatever, is fucking business. And niggas are signing a contract for a nigga deal. You signing a contract for a nigga deal. But somebody gave me a thumbs down. Yeah, fuck you. You signing a contract for a nigga deal. How many people up in here? 45? I need more, well, this is 43 watching. I got 36 likes. I need some more likes. But marriage is business. And sadly, y'all motherfuckers are not doing business. The women are. The saying goes, shout out to Dominique Huff. Men are in love, women are in business. Men are in love, women are in business. Y'all motherfuckers are not in business. Y'all are in love. Let's continue.
at 16, 18 makes sense.
Well, I think there's a distinction that has to be made between pair bonds and marriage, right? Marriage is a government concept. Marriage is a contract. Marriage is a legal status. Pair bonds, right? Two people go in it together, you know, saying, hey, there's 7.3 billion people in the world, and the two of us, we're gonna lock up together and we're gonna try to hold hands and get through this thing.
Till we're 80 years old.
Well, until whatever, you know. I mean, what's interesting is, first of all marriages end. They end in death or divorce, but they all end. Like every marriage ends. So it's one of the only things that you go, wow, I really hope this ends in us dying. You know, most things, that's not the desired outcome. But in marriage, you hope marriage will end in death. You hope that you will be together until one or both of you die. You know, but all marriages end.
But
so
as a guy, as a provider, if you knew it was going to end and you were going to have to give away half your money,
Are you a hot sleeper? Do you find yourself waking up in the middle?
So let me mute that. You know, what a lot of y'all find yourself doing is, you know, y'all y'all you know, are the providers of these marriages, but y'all ain't got no, you know, like if you're paying for something, I don't give a fuck what you paying for. If you're paying for something, and let me make sure is that yeah, let me make sure I get all these super chats. Thanks, Doc, for the super chat. If you can't be middle management in your shit, like, you know, you got this fake ass authority. You paying for shit. You paying for the whole shit. Cause as we know, a lot of these women don't want to pay for, you know, they 50-50 this and that. I knew dudes, right? I knew dudes that during the pandemic, they wives didn't chip in the shit at all. Their wives didn't chip in the shit at all. You know what I'm saying? They just let them bust their ass, super hours, to pay everything by themselves. Shout out to Doc Thunder. Thank you for the sandwich money. Oh, man, I got to show up to one of these streets and just type good morning on some $5 super chat shit for Doc, man. Let me see. Let me make sure I got all these. Shout out to Dre. He said a wise man once said, if it flies, fucks or floats, lease or rent. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying, man. Now, people take it as if I shame men who want love or shame married men. I don't. I don't. If you want to get married, I've said it on this channel numerous times, what I think you should do. Number one, don't do it here. Don't do it here. There are other dudes in this space who have channels who will tell you otherwise. Okay? Are they going to help you out when you in family court? You know what I'm saying? Now, my man said prenups matter in 2024. Good luck with that shit, too. Good luck with that shit, too. Okay? Good luck with that. If you're going to do a prenup, he said, I guess I'm the married guy in the manosphere. Shout out to Bishop X. I'm going to tell you this, bro. As far as that prenup, because I read up on it. Okay? I read up on it. Be careful with how that shit is written up and all that shit, right? And don't let no chick shame you. If you decide you gonna go the prenup route, first of all, good luck with that. Good luck to make sure that shit ironclad, because them shits do get destroyed. But the other thing is, if she gives you even 2 seconds of shame about it, get the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out of there. I urge men, I don't care if you're purple, I urge men in America to get married outside of America. Now, I just showed you the stats on black marriage or black women's marriage, and we all know who initiates those shits. Okay? We know who initiates those. Let's go back to the video.
Interesting is that it's
Think twice about it.
well, I think that's what makes being a divorce lawyer interesting, is that it's a lot of what a court has to do is disregard what happened in the marriage, because the truth is at the bottom of a bottomless pit. Like, you're never going to get there. Yeah, well, he's fucking his secretary. Right, because you were not sleeping with me anymore. I have a client whose wife acknowledges she didn't sleep with him for 6 years. What did you think was going on if you didn't sleep with him for 6 years? So delegate. You've delegated that responsibility. If you don't want to have sex with him, that's okay. No one should force you to have sex with this person. Let him go have sex with someone else. You don't want to do the laundry, hire someone to do the laundry. If you don't want to mow your own lawn, hire someone to mow the lawn. Delegate that responsibility. And this guy wasn't even sleeping around. He was going to those hand job places, where you get a massage and you get the most pathetic thing in the world, the most innocuous thing in the world. He didn't have a girlfriend. There was no love involved. He was getting jacked off for $50. Like, that's sad. Like, I mean, first of all, hand jobs, like, that's an outdated technology. That's like a Betamax. Like, who even does that anymore? But he was doing this, and he just thought, okay, that's fine. She had the indignation to say, he shouldn't be a custodial parent. He's a terrible person because he's doing this. And it was like, wait, how is that much different than going to a strip club?
So she was holding out. He going to a hand job spot. She finds out he's going to the hand job spot. How dare you go to the hand job spot? And now she wants a divorce. She ain't fucking you. You can't fuck nobody else. You just fucked, right? Doc, you remember this discussion, right? Shout out to Dr. Thunder. For those who remember that I don't want to open up no wounds, but me and Doc, we had this conversation, okay? We had this conversation already about what's a motherfucker to do if you agree I'm only going to eat your cooking. I'm only going to eat my wife's cooking. So what happens when she don't feel like cooking? So he says, I remember this. I don't want to do this with you tonight, Doc. Because I'll tell any female. Wifey, no wifey. If I don't get it here, I'm going to go get it. I'm going to go get it. Now, somehow, that's a bigger crime than not fucking your husband. But if I can't get it here, I'm going to go get it. He was getting his dick beat. He wasn't even fucking. He's getting his dick played with. And she took everything from this man because he needed a sexual outlet. Right? Let's move forward.
How is that much more different? Because we just, he was like, well, should I deny it? And I was like, is it true? And he's like, well, yeah. I said, no, we should own it. Let's go in and say, yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's pathetic. It's really pathetic. My wife didn't sleep with me for 6 years, and I'm human, and I wanted to have sex still. I didn't want to blow up my life. I didn't want to screw up my kids and have my kids have divorced parents. So I thought, all right, she's clearly not interested in me anymore. I'm not going to have a girlfriend and get caught up in all the things where people could get hurt and there's feelings and fatal attraction and stuff. I'm just going to go. It'll be transactional, like going to a strip club or anything else. And is it a little pathetic that I'm a guy who makes $1 million a year in finance and I'm paying someone $50 to jack me off? Yeah, that's kind of pathetic. But you know what? I figured out. But to suggest that means I'm a bad parent, that has nothing to do with my parenting at all, period. So, and thankfully the judge agreed with me on that one. But I really do think that the idea, I don't think, if you break it down fundamentally, 56% of marriages end in divorce. Like, think about, that's the ones that end in divorce. So how many people, what percentage stay together for the kids? Or because they don't want to give away half their shit. Another 10%? That's conservative.
Conservative.
But let's say 20% then, okay?
That's at least right.
You now have a technology that fails 76% of the time. That's insane.
So I want y'all to hear what he just said, right? He said, you now have a technology that fails 76% of the time. There is nothing else that you would do, right? There is nothing else that you would do that has a 76% failure rate. You wouldn't do air travel. You wouldn't drive your car. There's nothing that you would do in your right mind. There is no tech that you would use with a 76% failure rate. 76% failure rate. Okay? So hold on, let me pull up that comment. I see a comment there. He said, look what happened to Amon Shumpert. Yeah. Now these guys that are, rolling the dice are telling you that you should do what they did. There are guys in this space that are telling you that you should do what they did. These are guys who put their heads in the lion's mouth and hoping that shit don't get bit off. You said 67% over a 40-year window. It's terrible. It's terrible. There's nothing you would fuck with that has that high of a failure rate. Say, oh yeah, Dre crazy. Said, try skydiving with a 76% failure rate. There's nothing you would do in any other context. Why are motherfuckers still doing this shit? Why are people still doing this?
Of the time. That's
at least right.
You now have a technology that fails 76% of the time. That's insane. That's insane. That's more likely than not. 76%. If I told you there's a 76% chance when you walk out the door today you're going to get hit in the head with a bowling ball, you would not go out, or you'd wear a helmet for sure.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And he's not talking about for a demographic. He's talking about overall. He's not even talking about a demographic. The numbers get worse when you narrow it down to a demo. Let's go.
But people just continue to get married. Not only do they continue to get married, there's a presumption that you should get married. And if you don't get married, there's something wrong with you. So if you've got a girlfriend and you've been with her for 5 years and you say to someone, we're getting married, they go, oh, that's great. You know, they don't go, why? You're happy. Why would you get married? Like everything's going fine. Why would you put yourself through that? Why would you run that risk? If you say to someone, we've been together 5 years and we've decided we're not going to get married. We're going to move in together, but we're not going to get married. Ooh, what's wrong? You have intimacy issues? What's your problem? Meanwhile, 56% end in divorce. It's literally fits the legal definition of negligence. It's a negligent behavior. The way you define negligence in law school is when what you lose by not doing something, okay, is lower than the risk of harm. It's what's called a BPL analysis. So the burden of not doing a thing is lower than the likelihood, the probability of harm. So BPL, so burden, probability, and loss. Marriage is an inherently negligent activity. It's like owning a lion. Like
My man said marriage is an inherently negligible, pardon me, not negligible. Did he say negligible? It's like owning a lion. All right, shout out to Andre 420. He said TLA says 10 years of marriage is a win. In 2024, if you make it to 10 years, I don't know if I'd call it a win, but you made it, right? Thanks for the super chat. Shout out to oh boy, I'm tired of shit. Check your FB Messenger. All right, I'll open that up. But yeah, man. You would not use a product that had that high of a failure rate. You would not get on a boat. There's nothing you would do with that high of a failure rate.
The likelihood of someone getting hurt seriously by this is very, very high. No one ever says it to you. Because why? Because, I would say something. I've been doing this for over 20 years, and I still get misty-eyed at weddings. Like I still really, there's something in me that goes like, you know, maybe it'll work out for these two.
You still believe in love?
Sweet. I absolutely believe in love. I think love is wonderful. But love and marriage have very little to do with each other. I don't think there's much of a correlation there. And I think that's where we got off track. Like I believe in pair bonds. I don't think I can learn everything I need to know about myself from myself. I think having someone around me who sees my blind spots, and that doesn't have to be a romantic partner. That could be a friend. That could be any number of things. But there is something wonderful about romantic connection. We know that. I mean, the other statistic is 56% of marriages end in divorce, but 84% of people who get divorced are remarried within 5 years of their divorce.
Really?
So think about that. So now you've done it and failed and felt the pain of the loss, and within 5 years, 84% are remarried.
So when you fall in love,
So let me. I'm gonna play this video that Tan sent me. Hold on 1 second. Let me share it share the screen. I'm gonna pause that video for 1 second. I just want to take a break and pull this up because it's very interesting shit that he just sent me. He said, "Cuck simp talk alert." Somebody said some shit, man. I don't know. He said you'll be lucky if you get 5. Right, you'll be lucky if you get 5 years. You know, like I said, man, yo, bro, you hear dudes talk this, you know, yo, get married, happy marriage shit, bro. Ask that motherfucker what is he doing to keep that shit together? Because the shit that they don't tell you is shit that they don't tell you. all the issues that they going through, the shit they got put up with, bro. Like, these motherfuckers are not anomalies in the fucking space where, yeah, they got this happy ass marriage and all of y'all are fucking up, right? So I'm gonna let's hear what this video was talking about. Let me put the sound on and let's go. So research shows more than half women have backup ex-boyfriend or friend. So let's see.
In their current relationship, physician and national mindful living expert Dr. Romy Mushtaq is here to talk more about that. Dr. Romy, seriously?
Good morning, Tom. I know, and I
Come
feel
on,
like
this sounds positively guy.
guy, doesn't it? And I have to sit here and defend all of us women, but this is the latest psychology research. I was just as shocked reading this data. More than half of women who are married,
Happily married women are doing this?
have a backup plan. And what is a backup plan? It means you have someone on the back burner.
So a
like-
specific person
a
they've
specific
identified.
person that they've identified, and in most cases it was either an ex-boyfriend or an old friend who never made it to the dating category.
Get out of town.
Unfortunately, yes. And the problem is social media has just made it too easy to have such a type of behavior.
Right, so I know you're here to say, though,
Yes.
watch out, because this
Absolutely.
is anything but good.
It is, I agree. You know, mindset matters in relationships.
All right. I appreciate that shit. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So we gonna go right back to the previously being watched shit. But yeah, 70%, man. 70%. I mean, I don't know what the sample size was for that, but you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay. You know, I don't know what the sample size. I mean, look, it's representative of something. It's definitely representative of something. So don't sleep on that. It's definitely representative of something. But let's continue with this. Like I said, man, there's a lot of behind the scenes shit in dudes' marriages that they ain't telling you. They get on here and they cap, like they come home and bitch run and get they pipe and slippers and shit. Like, y'all motherfuckers need to stop it. You leaving a lot of shit out. I mean, we got niggas on these streams with babies in the background. So let's go. Hold on, let me back
Hard
this
to
up.
put.
5 years, 84% are remarried.
So when you fall in love, and you're with a partner who's in love with you,
Sure.
it's like hard to put the brakes on and say, you know what, that's as far as I'm going to go.
Well, I think whoever discovered water, it wasn't a fish. And I think when we're in a thing, we don't see it. And so, I mean, and this is true
No,
of
but
any
there
of us.
must be some endorphins, something's being released in our brains.
It's a piece. Listen, you want to test that theory. The next time you're out with a couple who've been together for a while, and it like seems like they maybe got in a fight, or they're just like kind of being, impatient with each other at the table. When you go like a group thing. Just say to them, so tell me about how you met. Tell me the story of how you met. And everything on them changes. Like they go back to that place. And there's this like, oh yeah, and she was this. Because for that second, you go back to that place. Like you can go, someone with a horrible divorce, if you could get them to go to that place and talk to you about that time. Like I would tell you something, when I was a kid, like every kid, you have the fantasy of like, if you were invisible, what would you do? You'd go to the girls' locker room, whatever. I have this fantasy that if I could be invisible, I have about 8 clients that I'd like to sneak into their house and find their wedding album. Like I know it's in the attic somewhere or something, because I would love to see what it looked like when these people loved each other, because they are weaponized against each other now, and we are trying to kill each other, and we're taking every secret, every intimacy, everything, and we're just
at their ugliest.
At their ugliest, at their worst. And there's something in me that just the thought that like, you guys at some point, like.
Now, this is a guy telling us this, and he does this shit for a living. Okay, we got the lead attorney who does this shit for a living. They do this shit for a living. And you will still have goofy ass niggas come and tell us that this is the thing to do. This man pays a mortgage and lives his life based on marriages ending. I'm going to say this again. This man's whole job, his whole income and salary, his whole livelihood is paid for by marriages ending. And I'm sure he makes good money. Shout out to Vegas Dev. Vegas Dev is going to feel this. Vegas Dev, you live in a city, you don't pay taxes, right? You don't pay taxes. And a lot of how the city functions and the fanciest buildings in this city are here because of gambling losses. Shout out to JB Designs for this fucking. Said, Marcus, I've seen dudes get on live streams and stay muted while they have knockdown, drag out arguments with their wife with the camera still on. Wow. Marcus, let me put this into perspective. Lead attorney is a certified passport pro that paid for, and that paid for by marriages ending. He busting nuts in Mexico because Gababe's wife got bored. Niggas have to think about this shit in this sort of context. That there's enough money in divorce that a man can live off it and live a good life off it. There's enough money in gambling losses. Enough money in gambling losses where you can build a city. And there are several cities like this. Shanghai, Macau, you know. But you can build several cities on gambling losses, and you can do the same. Yo, lawyers who handle divorce, they own buildings. Their whole the building that they run their firms in, they own the building. Sometimes they build it up from nothing. They build it up from the ground. That's how much money there is in this. The marriage and the divorce is a business that motherfuckers make money off you getting married and getting divorced. Meanwhile, now you gotta properly vet, and stupid shit like that. You gotta properly vet. See, you ain't vet. So that means 74% of niggas ain't vet, right? It's them. Y'all ain't vetting. You gotta properly vet. You gotta meet a family and make sure, you know, that she was raised right and all this other stupid shit. Right? Or you gonna be the 74%, right? You gotta vet. You gotta be a veterinarian in this motherfucker, right? The fuck is these people talking about, man? This shit been like this. It's been like this. It's gonna be like this. It's been like this before you got here. It's gonna be like this when you gone. You got a bunch of aunts and uncles, don't look like each other. Some of them light skinned, some of them dark skinned. Some of them got different last names and shit. We talk about grandma like she this and that, but shit, grandma was doing some shit. Let's not talk like, this is, Sexy Red and them doing this shit. Because today, shit is fucked up today. No, this shit been like this. Shit been like this. I was listening to some shit on the radio today where they said there's a time frame in which, like, you can be, like, leaving your wife, divorce your wife, and there's a time frame that in which if she gets pregnant, the baby's to be presumed yours unless the other nigga just owns it or signs the birth certificate. It's your baby. You ain't with the bitch no more. It's yours, nigga. Any child that this woman spits out belongs to you. Doesn't matter. DNA test, we see it. Oh my God, it's not his. We don't give a fuck. It's your baby. It's your wife. Shouldn't be letting niggas fuck her and busting nuts in her. It's your fault, nigga. You're out here sharing your wife, and you shouldn't be doing that. Okay? Gotta be, you can't control your bitches. Let's hear what my man got to say, man. But just understand that these guys are making a living off divorce.
At some point, you were like, there's 7.3 billion people in the world, and you're the one. Like, you're the one I just want to be with and smell and touch and like that feeling. We all know that feeling of like just the electricity of another person, and I think I'm a romantic at heart in the sense that I really get it. Like, I really get why we do this. I felt it, I know it, I understand it. But tying that to the technology of marriage to me makes almost no sense whatsoever. And I actually think it's almost antagonistic to that connection with another person because there's so much expectation that comes with marriage culturally. We've created so much stuff around it. Like when you marry someone, they're supposed to be, at least in the modern Western model, your best friend, best roommate, best co-parent, best travel partner, best roommate, best everything, best activity partner. Like how would one person be all of those things? That's insane. Like if I was interviewing for a job and said, I want you to be the best typist, and I also want you to be best on the phone, and I also want you to be great at that. And I ran down a list of dissimilar things. Like, or if I went to an amazing chef and I said, I know you're a great chef, but can you farm? Like, well, that has to do with food, but they're not the same thing. Like, what are you talking?
So American marriage has a perfection standard. There's a perfection standard, right? Yeah, there's a perfection standard. But for you, because I don't, in my opinion, I mean, outside of the monogamous factor, right, for both people, right, there's a perfection standard. And it more so implies to the man getting married. The funny thing is, niggas get on their knees and ask for this. Niggas get on their knees and ask for this. Bitch, can you take half of my shit if I piss you off on paper? Please? You get on your knees, you give her a ring, and you ask for this. They don't ask to marry you. It would make more sense if women proposed because of, what they stand to gain. And what motherfuckers stand to lose. But I'm going to pressure you to beg me to fuck up your life. Fuck your shit up, right? I'm trying to understand how this shit works. Then I got to pay for it. Content creator told me, well, don't worry about weddings. Fathers pay for weddings. Nigga, where you been? It's 2024. Ain't no daddy paying for no wedding. You paying for that shit, nigga. Who paying for it? Yo ass, nigga. You paying for the fucking wedding. And guess what? Guess what else you paying for? It's niggas out here making payments on the wedding and the divorce. Niggas getting divorced ain't even finished paying for the wedding. I know a nigga like this. Anyway, let's keep it moving, man.
So I think why do we put on people this idea, like whoever came up with the word soulmate, really we should be paying, like divorce lawyers should be paying that person dividends. Because we've convinced people that if this person isn't meeting every one of your needs, checking all of these boxes, they're not your soulmate. Your soulmate would know exactly what to do, exactly what to say at exactly the right time.
Imagine if ChatGPT and Canva had a baby.
Ain't no such thing as a fucking soulmate, y'all. That's some bullshit. That's some romantic bullshit that they made up. Ain't no motherfucking soulmate. Soulmate. Let me ask you something. Let's pretend for a hot second that there was such a thing as a soulmate. There's more women than men. What do you think the odds of you meeting your actual soulmate would be? Maybe your soulmate is in Pakistan, right? What would be the odds of you meeting your soulmate? Soulmate, right? JB says, my soulmate knows my favorite type of sandwich by just looking at me. What Dre talk about? He said possibly it was Kababi at one of his crew. Listen, look, fuck trolls, all right? Fuck trolls. Niggas is gay, all right? Niggas are gay. You follow men on the internet. Like, niggas don't make content. They just follow niggas to fuck with niggas. Y'all doing the most niggas do the most niggas. Anyway, we gonna talk about marriage to women. And these are married niggas, and it's just funny, we watching a video of a divorce lawyer talking about marriage, right? And we talking about, the pitfalls and the downfalls of marriage. And, one has the question, and one has how married motherfuckers, men and women, can pay so much attention to single people's conversations on the internet. This is why y'all motherfuckers ain't working out. Pay attention to your wife or your husband. And some of y'all niggas, your husband. Pay attention to this motherfucker over here, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Maybe you should have stand a chance. Let's go, man.
Off on this stuff at the right time. I can go off on this stuff.
Yeah.
I tend to.
Well, what do you think the secret is to keeping a marriage vital, keeping it alive?
I think people get unhappy in marriages the way that people go bankrupt, which is very slowly and then all at once. I think it's very slow and then it just goes off a cliff. So everybody will say, well, we divorced because he was cheating or she was cheating, or we divorced because he had an alcohol issue or a drug issue, which lately we're seeing more like alcohol and drugs is a big thing, especially post-pandemic. There's a tremendous amount of substance abuse stuff that's causing a lot of issues in marriages. And certainly, like, social media has increased the accessibility of adultery and connections to other people and reconnections with people from your past who remind you of a version of yourself that you felt more excited about because you were younger. So it's, it used to be if you ran into the girl you banged in high school, it was like once every 10 years at a reunion, or if you lived in the same town as you grew up in, you might run into the person at the Walmart. But now it's like on Facebook, you have all these excuses to be able to chit chat with someone, and all these benign entry points, of like, oh, I saw your pictures from vacation. Where did you stay in Miami? And then it becomes, oh yeah, well, you looked great. I mean, boy, you look fantastic in a bikini. And then all of a sudden we're off to the races and we're chatting with each other. So if we were going to invent like an infidelity machine, you couldn't do better than Facebook and Instagram. I mean, that's about as good as it gets. But I genuinely think that the secret to staying happy in a marriage is probably the same secret to maintaining a healthy weight. You know, don't wait till you get super fat and then try to lose the weight. Don't wait until you get really sick. Like my sister's a dentist. And she always says, if you have a toothache, there's nothing I can do really. Like I can pull the tooth, I can give you a root canal, but like I can prevent you from getting a toothache. If you just come see me regularly and you just floss and you just brush your teeth, you'll never get a toothache. By the time your tooth hurts, something is already seriously wrong. By the time you're in a divorce lawyer's office, you're fucked. The whole thing's fucked at that point. Like you'd be better off just, you know, figuring out the preventative maintenance, right? Like change the oil in your car. Like, so what I try to, if you reverse engineer divorce, like most people, the marriage killer, you know, the cheating or the gambling or the whatever, that's the symptom. Like the problem is these little disconnections, you know. One of the best stories I have is I had a client who I did her divorce, and we'd spend a lot of time together because you do, you know, when you're a divorce lawyer, you spend a lot of time with people and you get to know them very well. I mean, people will lie to their therapist.
So, and I think this is the part, he's about to tell a very interesting story, which I was going to skip to, but it sounds like he's about to tell it. I want y'all to pay attention to this shit. I don't know how many people is in the building. We got, 46 people here. I want y'all to pay attention to this shit right here, because this is just, watch this part. This is a good part right here, y'all. Check this out.
They won't lie to their divorce lawyer because A, there's no reason to, and B, I need to know everything, and it's all attorney-client privilege. And this woman, we were sitting outside the courtroom waiting on a break in testimony. And she was a young woman in her probably like late 30s, you know, very attractive. And we were just chit-chatting, and I said to her, you know, was there a moment when you realized the marriage is over? You know, like, was there a moment? And she said, yeah. And I said, when was it? And she said, there was this granola that I like. She said, they only sold it at like this particular grocery store, and I like to put it in my yogurt. And she said, he used to always, whenever I'd be running low on it, I would just open the thing one day and a new bag would be there. She's like, and she's like, it made me feel so loved. Like I didn't have to ask. He didn't want credit for it. Like he didn't go like, oh, did you see? I got your granola that you wanted, you know? Like he just would do this thing, you know? And she said it was just something that like, it always made me smile. She said every time the granola was running low and there was a new bag of granola, I just felt very loved, you know? And she said one day the granola ran out. And I thought, oh, that's weird. You know, maybe he didn't see it. She's like, so I left the bag in there because I thought, well, at some point he'll notice. And he didn't notice. She goes, so I took the bag out and I waited and he didn't get a new bag. And I thought, okay, this thing's going down. And I thought to myself, wow, that's like, you know, that's such a small thing, like granola. Like you just, but these are the things, like these are the little things that make us feel loved and that are gestures of love. And when I said to her, was there anything like that for you with him? And she said, yeah, blowjobs. And I almost spit out my coffee. And she goes, no. She goes, when we were first dating and even first married, she's like, I used to give him blowjobs a lot. She's like, you know, do it in the morning, took 2 minutes. And he was like super happy the rest of the day, you know? She's like, the rest of the day, he would like call me or text me and be like, oh, that was so good this morning. You know, I had such pep in my step now. And she's like, it was just like, what did it really take out of my life to do that? You know, and it made him feel good. She's like, and then I got to a point where I was like, well, you know what? No, I'll wait. And then tonight we can have sex and we'll both enjoy that. Like, what do I owe him a blowjob? Like, no, you know, like I don't owe him that, you know? And then she said, I got to a point where it was like, I look back and I'm like, yeah, I guess I didn't do that as often. Hardly ever really,
Which came first?
You know, which came first? Which came first? Great question. Which came first? Let's hear more on this segment right here.
Said that to her, and she said, I couldn't tell you. She said, but I think it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
And I do think it's the same thing. Yeah. And I'm not saying blowjobs and granola is all you need to know, but, and I'm not, by the way, I'm not saying that a blowjob is a small thing. I don't think I have any right to. I've never given one. But it seems like a phenomenal feat, and I'm grateful for every one I've ever received. But I don't think it's a massive investment. Right? Just like buying someone's granola is not a mess.
But when you love somebody, you love doing things for them.
Right.
So let's stop this for a second. Because I've always found, shout out to my Patreon niggas, because we did this already. Shout out to my Patreon niggas, because we did this already. Check it out. Let me stop this right here. Okay. All right. Shout out to Maggie. I don't know if she's still in the building. But check this out, man. Check this out. So her granola. So when you hear this shit, you thinking, okay, well, she like, oh, you ain't getting my granola? Oh, this shit is over, right? Now, mind you, like he said, she said she couldn't tell you whether it's the granola or that. When they say that, that's usually because it's on them, right? That's usually what that means. I see you, Max. That's usually because it's on them. If the granola stopped first, she'd remember. If the granola stopped first before the head, she would have been like, oh, motherfucker ain't buying me granola no more. I'm going to stop sucking his dick. That's not how it happened. There you go. Tells you a lot. Now, let's say it went that way. Let's say he stopped getting the granola, she stopped sucking him off. To be honest, either way, right? But this is the thing. What I've realized is what something I call the Jada Pinkett Smith shit at this point. I mean, this is some shit that existed, and I was aware of its existence before Jada said it. Let me tell you what's big with women, right? This is a big thing. It's not a small thing. It's a big thing. I don't give a fuck how this plays out, but the thing that I'm going to say is very huge with women. And some of you are aware of this. Women want you to know what they want without saying it. They want you to read their minds. They want you to know what she wants. She wants you to know what she wants without saying it. Okay? Right? So Mag says, let's see. Transactional instead of reciprocal, it seems so many women look at marriage as something to win. I feel that. But even now they saying, oh, we graduated and all this other crazy shit, right? But, and Mags, you probably heard this before, but I feel like, granola blowjob. Women want you to know what they want without them having to ask for it. They want you to have some sort of intuition into them that communicates love and attentiveness. Right? Jada Pinkett Smith said about Will Smith, well, I felt like if he couldn't read my mind, then he wasn't really into me, he didn't love me, this and that. I've sensed this to be a pattern. We've also, on a normal basis, men have said, yo, shorty, I can't read your mind. This is what this is about. It could be sexually, a bunch of other shit, this and that, whatever. It doesn't matter. That plays out a million different ways. It's like automatic. They want you to know to put the toilet seat down without having to say it. They want you to know to do this, to do that, or bring whatever home. Maybe she was in you know, the mood for a Kit Kat and you came home with some Kit Kats. Oh, shit. Oh, girl, my man bought some Kit Kats and, oh, my God, yeah, this nigga love me. Because I wanted Kit Kat. He showed up with Kit Kat. That mean that nigga know me and he loved me. Oh, he's so into me. He's so attentive. Just know that shit ain't going to mean shit later. That shit ain't going to mean shit later. You can remember the Kit Kat. You can remember the granola. You can remember whatever the fuck. It ain't going to mean shit in divorce court. Because she can stop doing the shit you like at any time. Oh, I got a headache. Oh, I don't feel like it. Oh, my God, you're pressuring me. Is that all this is about? Oh, you just want your dick sucked. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Right? And you supposed to take it on the chin. But if she don't get what she want, it's over, all right? Happy wife, happy life, right? Happy spouse, happy house. Really happy wife, happy life. But Chris Rock said it best. Marriage is predicated on her happiness. Fuck your happiness. Fuck your feelings, nigga. Fuck all that shit. I don't give a fuck what you want. Fuck your blowjobs. Fuck your back rubs. Fuck your pipe and slippers. Give me my granola and my Kit Kats, bitch. Pronto. Or shit is a rap, and we're talking to this motherfucker right here. This guy over here. Pointing the wrong way. This guy right here. Talking to him. We're paying him. You paying him. You paying him. And that shit will be in the agreement that you got to pay for your lawyer and her motherfucking lawyer. This is shit they don't tell you. I know a lot of married motherfuckers. 2 of my dudes, my close boys, been married twice. 2 of them. Close motherfuckers. And I watch it begin and end and begin again. You will pay for your shit and her shit. You gonna pay the motherfucker that's suing you. Happened to Dame also, Dame Dash. You are paying the motherfucker that's fucking you over with your wife or your ex-wife. That's the motherfucker you'll be paying. You will wake up at 5 in the morning, go to fucking work and get a check and pay this motherfucker that's fucking you over with your wife. But you know, family building warriors, soulmates, and all this other romantic bullshit. Let's keep going.
Pleasure pleases you. Their joy pleases you. Like their happiness makes you happy.
Exactly.
And somewhere along the line, and it happens a lot in marriage, it becomes, well, I'm not happy. Why should you be happy? You know? And then that creates a spiral. And I really believe that that spiral could go in the other direction. Like if he did the granola, I think the blowjobs would have come, you know? And if the blowjobs were there, I bet he'd have bought the granola. Like I can't prove that. There's no control group, you know? I can't run that research, but it feels to me like those little things, like leaving a note, you know? I've said to some of my friends, you know, when they say to me, like, you know, as a divorce lawyer, you know, you see all this misery, like, how do I stay out of your office? And I'll often say, I'm like, it's dumb little things, man. I'm like, just leave her a note. I'm like, leave her a note in the morning. Just leave a little note, says, hey, beautiful. You know, so it was so fun watching that movie with you last night. So glad we got to have a date. I'll be thinking of you today. Love you. Like, what does that take? That takes like a minute, not even. Like, and look what it can do. Like, look at how that makes this person feel. And even if right away it doesn't work, on that moment it doesn't work, okay, do it enough times. Like, and then you're either gonna figure out that this person's gone, and then just fucking bail. You're done. Because if you try for long enough and you give like that, but if you're not giving like that, and then you're not getting back either, well, I'm not surprised. You know, that's how you end up in my office, is this death spiral of everyone like, well, I'm not buying the granola. She's not giving me blowjobs. Well, I'm not giving him blowjobs. He's mean to me. Okay, well, everybody's just has an equal right to be fucking miserable then.
I think if you're happy with yourself, like truly happy with who you are at that point in your life or whatever the situation is, I think it's easier for you to be happy with your partner.
Yeah, but I would argue that
The ancient Egyptians understood that they...
Shout out to Reynolds. He says, and she may know where the bodies financially are buried, and divorce is worse than that. Shit, she might know where the real bodies are buried, nigga. She might know where the real bodies are buried. You know what I'm saying? You get pulled over, argue with your dad. Ah, he got drugs in the trunk. He got drugs, officer. He got drugs. He got drugs. Might know where the real bodies are buried. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know the sad part about this? With all this, with my man saying what he's saying, with all this knowledge, with all this shit, right? With all this information, some of y'all still want to do this. Marcus, you don't know what you talking about. She loved me. Our shit is different. Our shit is love. That's that shit you on. You fuck with hoes, Marcus. You don't know nothing about no love. Hey, just know that some of them hoes was married. Okay? Okay? I don't want to get to start talking about that because I'm going to hurt some feelings, man. But I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, man. All this information, man. At this point, zero sympathy for anybody who still wants to move forward with this decision the way motherfuckers have been doing it and getting fucked over. At this point, there is no excuse. It's like the girls who fuck with Future and become the 14th baby mama. You should have knew that this nigga was just knocking bitches up. You should have knew. Should have knew. How you don't know? That's what he's been doing. Oh, you defending Future? No, you stupid bitch. The nigga is a well-known serial baby daddy. You ain't a victim. If you know all of this about marriage and you know, having kids with these women and you do it anyway, you're not a victim. You're a victim of yourself. That's how, and this is at the point where I'm at now. Out loud, at least. I'm telling people, you know, but I've been saying this shit on the streams, man. You know what I'm saying? Who's this? Aaron, what's going on, bro? She says, so much emotional labor is required in a marriage. It is definitely something for a young man to consider. I'm saying, consider going overseas to do this shit. Don't do it here. He's like, who hurt? Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Marcus, you so hurt. Who hurt you? None of y'all bitches. I ain't married. I don't have no kids. You can't get me. Nah. Can't get me. Say, Marcus, but Marcus, you fuck with black women. That's right. Ain't no rings on these fingers. Ain't no rings. See? That's the difference. See, that's how I save myself. I don't, you know, put the ring and the kids and all that shit. You know, I ain't trying to do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? This is the Neil deGrasse Tyson fucking GIF shit right here. I'm just saying, do what work for you. But go that route. Nobody's crying for you, bro. I vetted though. Yeah, you know what you do? You vet and see if she's an American citizen.
If you're not happy with yourself, having someone happy with you is certainly not going to hurt your feeling of who you are, right? Like I don't need someone to tell me I'm handsome for me to have a nice day, but I can't think of anybody telling me I was handsome that it ruined my day. You know, most of the time you're like, oh, that's nice. You know, I got that going for me. Like it. So yeah, I think self-love, of course, is the most important love, and to be secure in who you are and to not allow your self-definition to be easily swayed or pulled. Like if you believe the good reviews, you got to believe the bad ones too. I get that. But I just don't think kindness, like It's just such an easy, like, especially if it's easy. Like, it's easy stuff. Like just telling someone that they're beautiful or handsome or that you're cheering for. It just, to me, with marriage or pair bonds, I shouldn't even say marriage. Like, the world is trying to kill you all the time, you know? Like, people are criticizing you all the time. You feel like a failure a lot of the time. If you compare yourself to other people, you'll constantly be, you know, comparison's the thief of joy.
By the way, I'm cracking up to some of y'all comments in this motherfucker, man. Just, you know, just know that, you know, if I react to some shit on the screen, I'm laughing at your comment, not him. What he's saying is some sad shit. Y'all niggas is being funny over here, man. But let's keep on going, man.
So why not have like one person who's just cheering for you? You know, like, constructive criticism is criticism. It's still just criticism. So if your spouse is just sitting around criticizing you and telling you all the things you could do to improve yourself, instead of just being a fan and just saying, you know what, I know who you are and you're beautiful. I know who you are and your heart is good. And betting on the best parts of a person, I think that there's very little downside to that.
I mean, I hear that, sir, but, you know, somebody got to give you a reason to do that. You know what I'm saying? They got to give you a reason. They got to put you in a space where you can do that. Like, if they're not, you know, giving you hell, then yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, but Mag, you know, she said it earlier, you know, they want to win. It's a competition. They want to win shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, just win. I won marriage. I won. I'm just saying, man. The shit go like this and then they go like this. And you know, look, everybody know in their marriage, whether they here or whether they here. You know where you at. All you motherfuckers that's giving me thumbs down and getting mad and in your feelings and shit, you know whether you here or whether you here. Now you'll tell us you here. And you might be if you just got married. But you been married a while, you here, motherfucker. You here. You here, motherfucker. Whether you up here or you down here is the question. But you this, you ain't this, you this shit here. You on the way down, motherfucker. On your way down. Most people in marriages are here. Shout out to my man Leon. Let's read what he got to say. He said, when my wife does good, I buy her some McDonald's. I don't buy her fast food really ever. Quarter pounder deluxe with the medium fries. Check this out, Leon. Check this out. You better not stop buying that shit. Or your shit is over. Nigga, you better keep buying that shit, nigga. Don't start no shit and then stop. And if she stopped doing whatever she doing for you, you keep buying the McDonald's. And you supersize that shit, nigga. You supersize it. And once you supersize it, you got to keep supersizing that shit. You can't go backwards. You can't go backwards. Okay? McDonald's. Don't get the roof, Chris. Because then you can't get McDonald's no more. Stay at the McDonald's. But just know, if you stop, your shit is over, nigga. This shit is a wrap, nigga. You gonna be talking to that motherfucker right there. You gonna be talking to him. Or she gonna be talking to him. If she talking to him, you fucked up. You gonna be really fucked up in the game. McDonald's, nigga. Shit. She must love McDonald's, nigga. Keep buying the McDonald's, motherfucker.
Put guys like me out of business if people really leveraged that the right way.
I asked you earlier if you believe in love, which you said you do. Do you believe in marriage?
I mean, I believe people believe in marriage.
No, but do you?
Yeah. Do I believe in marriage? I don't. I don't think it's a useful technology. I understand culturally why people do it, but I don't think people should need it. I know I certainly don't need marriage. I don't think marriage... I was married. I was married before I really ever thought about what does that mean. You know, I married my college sweetheart. You know, I got married because that's what you do. You get married, you know.
Married because that's what you do. got married because that's what you do. MGTOW. MGTOW. Men going their own way. That's what it stands for. Because that way ain't your way. You go that way, you fuck. About 80%, to the tune of 80%. Okay? We said, dude is capping about McDonald's. Why you gotta be capping? You said his wife don't like McDonald's, nigga. Y'all ain't gonna start no shit over here. I know y'all got issues, nigga. Y'all ain't gonna start no shit on my shit, man. Shout out to the Revelator. He said, oh yeah, I saw that video before. Yeah, man. He said, Big Mac, your name, literally your name is Big Mac. Y'all ain't gonna start no shit. Y'all man, I start that shit in here. Leon, don't get him. Just chill. Just chill. MGTOW, niggas. Now I know back then when the you know, the Proud Boys took over MGTOW, they acted like you weren't supposed to want no pussy or something. Fuck that. Fuck that. We just saying, don't do the traditional shit. And if you do the traditional shit, you better be some kind of pimp. I can't see myself giving a woman the keys. I can't do it. I can't do it, man. And when I say the keys, I don't mean to the crib. The keys, right, to your freedom, the keys to your resources, the keys to you. Because it's all good. It's like when you get a new car, you floating, right? Till that shit start making noise and the tires start acting up and the alignment all fucked up and shit. No. I can't see myself giving a woman the keys. Niggas be giving chicks passwords and shit. They go on your phone and shit. You know that's my boo. I ain't got nothing to hide. And she go on my phone. Can you go on her shit though? Said never get married. I have billionaire partners from real estate and investment firms. Shaking my head. Those men have all the money and no freedom. They serve their wives. They ask to see the ling-ling I'm chilling with. The ling-lings that I'm chilling with. Women have ruined the marriage brand. It's fucked up. And the internet has put this shit on display in the same manner that cell phones display police brutality. Now you see it. You can't unsee it, motherfuckers. You can't unsee it. Motherfucker, but maybe if we talk to the women like this. No, motherfucker. Anyway, let's hear what some more man got to say. We ain't gonna listen to this whole shit. Right? We ain't gonna listen to this whole shit. I will end up posting a link in the description so motherfuckers can watch the rest of this shit when they feel like it. But I'm just saying, let's listen to some more. Let's hear some more.
But I hadn't thought about it as a technology and why it's there. I didn't understand it the way I do now. You know, there's a line from a Joseph Brodsky poem that he wrote when his wife died, where he says, "I wish I knew no astronomy when stars appear." And I feel that way as a divorce lawyer. Like, I wish I knew no astronomy when stars appear. I wish I didn't know what the end of so many marriages looks like, because I think I would have a more optimistic and unrealistic view of it. I would.
Yeah, but you'd be divorced and giving away half your.
I'd be foolish. Yeah, I'd be as foolish. But I don't know that. I don't know that it's always good to know, right? Sometimes there's tremendous joy to be had, and like falling feels like flying for a little while, you know. So you hit the ground, it feels really good.
But as I said earlier, you know, now that the life expectancy of
Hot Boy says, I saw the dish you dropped. My only gripe about it is Gababe was. I'm thinking you saying that he wasn't mentioned in it because I didn't mention Gababe. Well, you know, Gababe didn't do a whole stream dedicated to coming at me in his Luther Vandross gay voice. I don't know how many of y'all saw that, but you know, it's very fruity. You know, I don't think you can like pussy and listen to a guy talk like this. I'm just saying, you know, this, you know, Marcus, you're too pretty. These niggas have women at home, allegedly. Anyway, let's go.
Man is around the 80s or something.
Yeah.
Then it's like, so you're going to do this from your...
Back in 2022, I lost 2 very important people in my life. Big figures. It really wasn't until February of this year that
20s or 30s until 80.
Well, marriage is a technology that was designed for when women died in childbirth and when men died in their 40s if they were lucky. You know, 50s if they were super lucky. Like if you were in your 50s, your 60s, you were an elder. You know, that was pretty amazing. And most women died in childbirth. Like childbirth is traumatic. It's a traumatic thing. And before modern medicine and before we understood antibiotics. So marriage is I don't think anyone ever planned that it was going to be, okay, we're going to do this forever. You know, we're going to do this till we're till we're 100. I mean, but I think that's part of a bigger problem. You know, I don't remember who said it, but I remember someone saying, I can't remember who it was, but we are prehistoric creatures, right? Like we are biological creatures living in medieval institutions like education, work, with godlike technology.
It's interesting what he's saying right here. He's saying at this point that we've reached a point in human existence where the technology, whether it be medical or otherwise, medical, breakthroughs and things like that, that marriage is now obsolete. Like as relates to its original function or intended function. The intention or the intended function of marriage is outdated. We're past the necessity for marriage. That's what it sounds like he's saying, right? Now we could talk about child outcomes from having 2 parents and things like that, and these are real things, right? What I would say is, do I think marriage is outdated? No, I think the way that we, legislate it is. I think that the laws regarding marriage are outdated because we live in a very different world. Not just with the technology and all that, but also with the freedoms that we've given women in recent history. Marriage is outdated in the way that we deal with it regarding law. Alimony is definitely outdated. That's my. You can get married. You know, you can have your home and your kids and all that. But we can't just we have feminism that gave women freedoms, but we still carry marriage like it's the 1930s, or I should say, 60s. Because if we carried it like that, then, because there's a time that predates alimony and things like that. But we still carry marriage like we're still living in that time where we had to protect women from being impoverished because they were, unemployed wives. We don't live in that anymore. We're still pushing chivalry to men while mixing it with feminism. You can't have both. It doesn't work this way. So, you know, if you want to, I think that marriage, right, if you're going to do it, the laws need to be updated. It needs to match the current modern reality that we live in at this point. Women should not be incentivized to divorce their husbands for any reason. Like, you know, oh, I'm bored. You know, it was cool. The marriage was cool. Or the wedding was cool, I should say. And, you know, we gave it a shot and I'm out of here. And that's where we are. And I feel like until we get to that point, you shouldn't do it. It might not be in any of our lifetimes. If you're a Gen Xer, it's too late for you. If you're a boomer, it's really too late for you. It's not even a conversation. You know, which it kind of bugs me out that in this space that most of the conversations are being had by people who none of this stuff really applies to you. You know what I'm saying? None of this shit really applies to you. It's like you're trying to get the laws changed. It won't apply to you. I say it all the time. The next generation is giving less than a fuck. And the guys who give more of a fuck, your game is over for you. Shout out to Revelator. Chivalry is dead in the 21st century and women obliterated it. Obliterated it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a wrap. You know, if I do anything for women, I wouldn't even call it chivalry. It's me, you know, if we cool like that, it's like what I would do for the homie. The thing is, look, and this is another big part of shit, right? Men have to be current. You got to get your mentality current. Aside from marriage needing an update, men's strategy, men's dating and mating strategy needs an upgrade. Because we're still getting taught this provider shit and, you know, hey, look, ma, I make this amount of money and this, and this, and I got this. And this is for a bunch of women who fought to have shit without you. And you're not providing. Provision is roof, food, clothing, the basics. That's provision. They don't want provision. They got the shit that you would be providing if this was 1900 something. They got that shit already. Said this in a lot of my old shit. I'm talking the same shit that I've been talking since the beginning of this channel. The provider male is dead. Dudes are getting married in 2024 to provide. Again, the man said, we are in a technological age, in a medical, an age with a medical reality that kind of outpaces this stuff. What's good, Mike? It outpaces this stuff. So at this point, you're getting married to the person you like, and you figure, hey, look, we can kick it. Forever, right? Forever, ever, right? That's when you get married. So what I would tell men is to get out of this, machismo, not machismo TV. Shout out to machismo TV. But, this mindset, this toxic masculine mindset. Because that's the real toxic masculinity, where you're trying to live up to this fake standard of masculinity that pretty much serves other people. It serves other people. And when they're done with you, they can walk right out and cash out. They can wait the 5, 10 years or whatever your state is talking about and cash you out. Now, again, I got guys. Shout out to my man O. That's all I'm going to say is O. You tell them this shit all day. But nah, man, she got her own shit. She got her own shit. So she ain't going to be trying to go. She got her own career. She got her own shit, this and that and the third. Word. Word. She got her own shit. So you safe, right? You safe because she got her own shit. She got her own career. She don't need your shit. She don't need your money. She's the boss bitch. She is a high value financially woman, right? She's a boss bitch. She don't need you. Nigga, I don't need your money. I could go on my own vacation. I could do this. I could do that. Whatever the fuck I want, whenever I want. I'm a boss bitch, right? I want all motherfuckers that's talking that shit to know. Right? Just know this. You know who else got their own shit? You know who else is a boss bitch? Got her own career. Go wherever she want. Could buy anything she want. Oh, her name is Beyonce. And guess what? If that motherfucker get divorced, nigga. She getting paid. You think Sean Carter don't gotta pay this woman out if that shit don't work out? And she got more money than your boss bitch do. She got a bigger career than your boss bitch do. But if that shit don't work out with all her career and all her money and all her assets and all this shit she got, right? Beyonce, we talking about, the married woman singing to the single ladies Beyonce, right? That Beyonce. Got her own shit. Got her own identity. She ain't Steph Curry wife. She got her own identity. Right? But this nigga gonna have to cut her a bag if that shit don't work out. It don't fucking matter. It's outdated. If Jay-Z leave Beyonce, he not gonna leave her broke. She's not going to be poor. She don't need his money. But guess what? If the shit don't work out, he still got to pay her out. Why? This shit don't even make sense. It made sense once upon a time. Women couldn't vote. Women couldn't work. Women couldn't own property. Women work property and all that shit. They remedied the problem. They fixed it. So now we still do things as if this shit was still a thing. Why? Because niggas have not updated this and they still think that their natural existence is to give shit to women. And they have fooled you into thinking this shit in the West. Because in the East, where I fucking be at, this shit doesn't exist. Let me tell you something, brothers, if you can help it. Deal with a woman that make more than you. He said, men are intimidated by a woman that makes more. No, seek that. Look for that. If she don't offer to pay for a dinner, fuck out of here. Early in the game. Ain't got to be the first date. But sometime while you're so-called courting her, if she doesn't offer to pay for shit, get her the fuck out of here. I tell niggas all the time, if a woman digging her pockets, she like you. She'll fuck you before she pay for some shit for you. Real shit. If she like you, she'll dig in her pocket. Consistently, not just once. That's how you know how a chick feel about you. They spend money on you. Because bitches do not believe in spending money on niggas. They'll fuck you, but they ain't going to spend no money on you. So he says, He said, Man, it's been Hall of Fame. Yo, y'all chill because he's being sarcastic. He said, Marcus, you sound afraid of commitment. Alpha males know how to control the marriage and make it work. A real man takes risks, nigga. Yeah, I'll take a risk. You know? I'll buy some, some Tesla stock. I'll take a risk. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man said, drizzle, drizzle. Drizzle, drizzle, nigga. Drizzle, drizzle, nigga. Let him take you out. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to take you out. It's giving broke. Oh, man, it's giving dusty. Right? It's giving cheap. You know what I'm saying? It's giving, right? If she don't want to spend, if she don't offer. If she offers, let her do it. Fuck all that macho shit. Let her do it. Let her spend that bread on you. Don't let her fake offer and then, you go anywhere with me. You pull out a card, you pull out some cash. Oh, you spend it. I ain't gonna be like, no, baby, put that away. Nah, you gonna make good on that. You gonna make good on that. But if she don't do it, get out of there. I'm telling you now. You finish where you start. In the beginning, word, yeah, this is how I do, right? She never offers, fuck out of here, man. You took her out on a date, all right, you invited her out, she want to go somewhere. You go to the movies, you buy the ticket, she buy the popcorn and the drinks. But I'm going to tell you, none of that shit going to matter in divorce court. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if she buy the popcorn. I don't give a fuck if she buy the drinks, nigga. I don't give a fuck about none of that. That makes you keep on dating her, but don't put that ring on. Because none of that shit's going to matter in divorce court. Because, shit is all lovely in the beginning, but you're going to reach that point where it's going to be like, this shit ain't cute no more. This shit ain't fun no more. And once it stopped being fun, it's over, nigga. Shit is over. Girls, then Cyndi Lauper, see, y'all young niggas don't know Cyndi Lauper. Cyndi Lauper was a singer that once upon a time made a song called Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Girls just want to have fun. When the fun stops, they out of here. It just stop being fun. Shit start feeling like work. I ain't getting paid. That's what they say. I ain't getting paid. Now girls are saying, well, shit, this relationship shit, this marriage shit ain't fun. I deserve to get compensated. That's where all that shit is coming from. I need to get paid to be here. I don't like it. It's not fun. It feels like work. I got to boil bottles and, chop up fucking apples for applesauce and change diapers. This shit. I thought this shit was going to be fun. It's not fun. I thought I was going to comb my baby hair like a doll and shit, and the baby wasn't going to cry all night, and the diaper, every once in a while I change it, piss, no shitty diaper, just piss, right? You thought it was going to be fun. It's not fun. It feel like work. I need to get paid. Once it gets there, it's over. For them. Men have been groomed to have a sense of duty. Women, not so much. Maybe to their children in a kind of like a hormonal sense, a biological sense for their children to a degree. But for you, nigga, fuck you. You don't want to be on paper when the fun stops. You got a girlfriend, shit ain't fun no more, you can leave. This ain't working out. Okay, like Seinfeld. Well, you know, I'm good. All right, I'll be okay. But you don't want to be on paper when the fun stops. And it's going to stop. It's going to stop, man. All right? He said, I remember that song, and you are correct, Mark. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to stop being fun. It's going to start feeling like work. And we know women, you know, they want to have fun. They want the fun to continue at all times. That's why when they're young, they don't want to get married. They hop from nigga to nigga because once one dude stop being fun, new nigga, new fun. There's a bunch of chicks out here in their 40s still looking for the new fun. And there's a bunch of niggas in their 50s and 60s still looking for the new pussy. Yeah, it goes both ways, but these women are still looking for the fun. Marriage is work. That's what they say, right? These chicks want to have fun. And you don't want to get caught on paper when that fun stops. You don't. You don't. Because you're going to pay for it. They're going to blame it. It's going to all be your fault. You wasn't there. You worked too much. Or you was here too much. You ain't work enough. You ain't got no money. You got all this money. You trying to control me with all this money. It's crazy, man. You can't win. Stop trying. Stop trying. You don't want to be on paper when the fun stops, nigga. You don't want it. Not here. They didn't upgrade. Yo, listen. Marriage is still operating on the old system. The old operating system for marriage, they ain't upgrade the firmware. It's old shit. And the bitches are new on some new shit. You still running your fucking program on the old operating system for the geeks in the house. Still running on the old operating system. Upgrade the program. Now, see, if you upgrade your shit, it ain't going to work on the old system. Now shit going to run slow. But you don't have the power to upgrade the operating system. So that's up above, the men at the top. And guess who control them? Oh, you thought this was a patriarchy. It's really not. My man said, unhappily married niggas in their feelings tonight. Oh! Fuck them. Them niggas better keep buying a granola. Whatever it is that your wife like, you better keep doing that shit, even if she stopped doing the shit you like. I know men like this. Right? It's like women get stuck with the baby, men get stuck with a wife. Women think they want a kid, they had a kid, oh, God damn it, I wish I have a kid. Men think they want a wife. Then they get married. Oh, God damn it, what did I do? What did I do? Women get stuck with a baby, men get stuck with a wife. And a baby. You got both these motherfuckers, man. I'm just saying. Men are in love, women are in business. Avoid this shit. At your peril. You're into that at your peril, bro. I can't say this shit enough. We got too much information, too much stats. We about to wrap this up. We got too much information, too much stats out there to still be trying to do this shit the same way. Inside and outside this space, you're going to have men telling you different. Ignore them. Ignore them. PK was good. He said, those men give those women the it's giving or or whatever, then they wife becomes our wife. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to PK. I appreciate that. Jay Shabazz, what's going on, bro? SYSBM. Yo, and I want to make this clear. I don't give a fuck who disagrees, right? Saving yourself is not limited to just marrying another race of woman. Just like black women think that, you know, they like, oh, well, you know, white guys value marriage more than black men. Who's heard this shit recently? This is some chick said this. I really think, right? Black people need some white friends because y'all be thinking y'all be thinking shit is great. I was talking to somebody I know, white female. I say, yo, you know, black people think, right? They look at white people, they like, oh, shit is great. Y'all think white people be on some Sound of Music shit, spinning around on the mountain or the hill and shit. The hills are alive with the Sound of Music and shit, just spinning around, just, you know, like they ain't over there getting divorced, whooping ass. Husband don't be killing their wife and shit. Yo, they go through some real shit. They live on planet Earth too. Black women be like, black men, only race of men talk shit about his woman. God damn it, I can give you a million links of the opposite. This is shit called the manosphere. You cross out the word black, it ain't but nothing but a bunch of white dudes talking shit about white women. I say that to say this. Niggas, it is totally possible to marry outside of your race and still end up here. Talking to that guy. That guy. Talking to him. Talking to that guy right there. It is totally possible to marry a white woman, Asian woman, Latina. Now, are the percentages different? Oh, absolutely. But it's still Western women. Still America. Y'all need to talk to some white dudes. Shit. What's his name? Fucking Jeezy. Do I need to say more? Fucking Jeezy, right? Look at Jeezy. That's all I'm gonna say. Look at Jeezy. SYS, right? You know the rest. It's not that simple. If you're gonna save yourself, you gotta take precautions. I don't give a fuck what women are fucking women. And the only difference between the women here and the women in any other country is the laws and what they're allowed to do to your ass. Again, shout out to Dr. Thunder. We had this discussion already. Shame ain't working. It's really about what they're legally able to do to you and who got possession of the children and all that shit. That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. Said, be in the office talking with the lawyer about, hey, our wife wants a divorce. I'm just saying. Said, Jesus just threw some shots at the old girl on his last joint. Hey, look, you know. He was SYSBMing. We see him with the Asian chick. A lot of niggas, look, I ain't know shit about the girl. Some niggas knew about her before they got married. I ain't know shit about her. I just know a motherfucker was like, yeah, Jeezy, SYSBM. And look. Because I know she one of them blackinated Asian chicks, right? Said, come on, Morgan, speak on to educate this inexperienced dreaming. It's deeper than just marrying out, man. Save yourself. Save yourself, black man. It's deeper than that. Niggas are, I saved myself, I got a white woman. I saved myself, I got a Latina woman. I saved myself, I got an Asian woman. I saved myself, that's it. I won. I won the game. SYSBM. No, motherfuckers. These SYSBM niggas is going through shit at home. Don't believe otherwise. If they're here in America, oh yeah, they got, you know. Not everybody, but there are some. Probably most. Who knows? They're not going to tell us. They're not going to tell us. So it ain't that simple, bro. It ain't that simple. Saving yourself is deeper than that. It's keeping away from anything and being vigilant about not putting yourself in situations, giving motherfuckers the keys. Nobody can have the keys. Don't be giving out passwords. Don't be giving out keys. Don't do none of that shit. He said, my pops made the same mistake, went Filipina, but with the wrong one. Shout out to you. But just like there's no such thing as the wrong one, there's no such thing as the right one. There's no such thing. One day shit is good, the next day is bad, and you gotta be prepared for when it goes bad. If you ain't give her the keys, all the doors are locked. You kick it with a shorty. You could like her, but you can't give her the keys. Because when shit changes and she unlocks everything, you're done. She gonna take all of it, right? Shout out to Dre. He said, I hate when dudes think SYSBM just means a white woman. I think that the people who made up the term defined it as that. But I've been saying on these streams for years, that's not how I define it. Because y'all see me with black chicks. Y'all see me, you know, oh my God, he has a black woman sitting on his lap. Oh my God. I want to see these niggas alleged women. But I'm just saying, how I save myself is I'm not trying to wife. See, all the advice that I'm giving, I'm living it. Right? So all I'm saying is SYS the best way you know how, but if you put yourself in a situation, then you are not saving yourself. Look at these divested black chicks getting taken in these divorce settlements. These black chicks are marrying these white guys, and they getting banged for, you know, they money. Look, marry whoever you want. I'm good with it all. I'm not your Dr. Umar. I'm just saying, don't think that that's the answer. You find you a non-black woman that's cool, that you like, kick it with her. Don't give her the keys. Don't give her the keys. Be careful. We're still in America. So, at any rate, just wanted to shout that out. Let me make sure I got all these super chats because we about to wrap this up, man. So shout out to all my super chatters. Salty, my man Jay Jermaine, Dr. Thunder with his sandwich money, Andre with his million super chats, gave me $1 million. Shout out to Josh, shout out to Tad, shout out to Ghetto User 49. Shout out to the Ruthless Revelator, the spirit of, what is that, variance? Is that a G? Yes. Oh, no, that's a C. The spirit of variance. I'm going blind over here. All right. Shout out to Jay Shabazz. and Dre again. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Don't be handing out no keys, man. Don't be handing out keys. Because you come home and all your shit gone, you did it to you. Them bitches knew Future had 20 kids, and you knew that these women are their representative when they marry you. And then you have not seen their final form, right? Shout out to Alexander Kelly for the super sticker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, well, yeah. So I gotta slow down because a lot of y'all be doing these super chats when I say I'm about to get off, and then I cut the stream, and then the super chat will pop up, and you ain't get your shout out. So if y'all gonna do super chats, you got 1 more minute, nigga. You got 1 more minute, then we out of here. But stop giving out keys, niggas. And you got this information, man. Move accordingly. Keep boundaries, keep barriers, protect yourself at all times. Yo, we up out of here. We said like a DBZ seller. So, yo, shout out to Alexander Kennedy. Said Friday night feeling right. Content like this, make sure I put the rubber on tight. Thanks for the message, bro. Yo, we are out of here. Shout out to all my niggas. Matter of fact, yo, by popular demand. Y'all know how we gonna end this out. By popular demand, I'm gonna roll that joint one more time, man. And it's up. It's on the channel. If you want to bump that, you want to go click like, you want to go leave a comment under the shit, the joint is already posted. And you know this.